Hello everyone, welcome to the BritShaver shaving channel. My name's John Newton, and if you're expecting me to shave with a cutthroat or open razor today, that's just not going to happen. Anyway, so we have today's product lineup for you, of course. The Omega Silvertip shaving brush 617 Peachy, which I feel is doing very, very well indeed. My Timor razor with the walnut handle, because I just love this. It's just a lovely shave to me. And the shaving cream today I'm going to be using will be the famous L'occitane Cade. So purchased while waiting for the flight to Italy. So that's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Apparently it's really good, so we're going to find out today. And aftershave and EDT, Égoïste Platinum. Of course, you know, it's just, that really is my favourite. So we'll get the shaving brush a little bit wet while we put the razor blade in the razor. So here it goes into the shaving bowl. That's the copper shaving bowl, and as you can see, it's getting an interesting patina. One way of putting it, I suppose. Just trying to show you what's going on without pouring all the water out. There you go. Okay, so that can just sit there and bathe gently in some warm water. And the razor blade today I'm going to be using will be this one, if I can pick it up. It's never used this one before. It's a Rapira super stainless razor blade, so it's going to be interesting. So we just pop it into the razor. So I've now dropped it on the floor. It's what happens when you try and be clever. So extract the razor blade. My general thoughts are, oh, it's interesting, it's double wrapped. My general thoughts are that most razor blades are very similar to each other. Some have a little bit of a milder action than others, but there really isn't much in it, in my opinion, so far. The last razor blade I used in the previous video seemed quite harsh to me. And this is obviously Czech or Russian, this one. Very thin, that blade. Going to be interesting to see what that's like. So pop it into the head. Oops. Nearly dropped that on the floor as well then. Let's stop holding it up in the air so you can see it and put it all together sensibly. He says, whilst holding it up in the air and nearly dropping it again. Alright, okay, so it's going to be interesting. I always enjoy trying out new things, and particularly on video for the very first time. I think it's a lot of fun. And let's open up the L'occitane Cade, shall we? Really is the first time I've used it, straight out of the box. Lots of different languages on the back there. And the main ingredient of that is water. So that tells you something. Open up the tube. That's got a really interesting perfume or scent to it, or smell, or all three. So pop some in the shaving bowl. Wow, it's quite a stiff cream. It's quite difficult to squeeze out of the tube. So that's how much I've put in. And there is the brush all damp on the tips. Okay, so let's get busy with some lathering, shall we? I've heard a lot of praise for this L'occitane shaving cream. For the price of it, it ought to be really, really good. I think it's like in the duty-free section of the airport, which is of course not duty-free anymore because we're travelling in Europe. Very pricey. I wouldn't have bought it normally. A small tube of cream, I think we paid £16 for it or something. But my wife loves the hand cream and she reckons that the L'occitane hand cream is the best. So, you know, thought, well, I'm buying that, I might as well treat myself as well at the same time. So that definitely needs a little bit more water, I think. So just put a little bit from the sink into the mixing bowl. Lovely and warm today. I think we've got a bit of a heat wave over the next 2 or 3 days. So we've got all the fans out. Last year when we had the heat wave, by about the 3rd day of it having heat, there were no fans left in any of the shops. It just goes to show you how often it gets hot in England. It really doesn't get hot very often. They sell out of fans really fast when the heat picks up. Yeah, we're getting there. I think a little bit more water. Prefer it a little bit wetter than a little bit drier. You know what I'm saying, lads and ladies. I do have one female viewer at least. So. I actually liked a video that I saw earlier on today. Really good. It was about removal of facial hair by women. This one particular woman is a black girl, and she gets a lot of facial hair around her chin and sideburns and on her neck. And it was really interesting to see what she did and how she approached it. I really don't have a thing about women with hair on their face or not. Personally for me, I prefer them to remove it. I think it looks better than just leave it there. But a lot of women just won't deal with it. They just won't deal with facial hair. They just leave it, or they don't want to shave it or remove it because somehow or other that affects their femininity or their sexuality in some way. It's all about how you feel about yourself. At me, I used to grow my beard quite long, usually about a week's worth, and then I would eventually shave it and really hate the process. Now I'm using a double-edged razor and a shaving brush, then it smells better. I feel better about myself and I think I look better as well. So it's all about that, you know. Do you feel better about yourself? Do you think you look better? Then that's the two most important things. I think that is enough. That looks pretty good to me. If you don't like it, let me know. So let's get some water on the face. Quite an interesting perfume, that. Quite floral, I would say, this shaving cream, with some edges of a, I don't know, slightly fruity smell on the edge of it. I'm practicing trying to smell things because I'm trying to develop some perfumes and scents for my own soap. So if it sounds stupid what I'm saying, but it's only because I'm just learning, really. That's all. I quite like that. That's a really nice perfume, smell, scent. Really enjoying that. I think I made it a bit thin, to be honest with you. But it's better to be a little bit watery, isn't it? What do you think? Let me know. Smells like there's a touch of incense in there, frankincense, myrrh, yeah, I definitely made that a bit on the thin side, but let's give it a bit of work and see whether we can make it a bit thicker without adding more shaving cream. What do you think? Not that I'm being mean, but you know, if you can use what you've got, why not? That's what I say. I read somewhere that if you just keep mixing, it gets thicker. That might be rubbish, I don't know. Yeah, it might have worked. You never know, it might have worked. Oh, this is great. Really, really nice. I just want to keep putting it on. L'occitane, if you're watching, you can send me as much of this as you like. It's really, really nice. So that's the Rapira razor blade. Let's see. I'm going to try not to nick myself. Is the camera straight or is it me? Am I standing funny? Both. Right, let's... no pressure. I think I'm better off with a mild razor than anything else. I think I had my 1968 Gillette razor. I think I had it set too harsh for me the other day. The shaving cream completely protected me from feeling what was going on. I did enjoy using it, but I think the menthol in it confused me. It was a very gentle menthol effect. And after I washed the shaving cream off from the last video, I felt that it was much more menthol than I thought. Well, even though the cream was a bit thin, I think it's okay. What do I think about the blade? The blade is not terribly smooth, seems reasonably sharp. It's okay. I wouldn't take it out and buy it dinner, but you know, one night stand is okay. Don't tell the wife I said that. Wow. Tell you what, I'm going to put a little bit more cream, a little bit more shaving cream in there, just a tiny little touch, and just to make it a little bit thicker. Try not to drop it and throw it on the floor. I could never have run away and joined the circus because juggling I'm just no good at. So just, I don't know whether you can tell, there's just a tiny little bit of cream I've added there. Just to make it a little bit more on the thicker side, know what I mean? There it goes, better. Well, really nice smell. Really good. Like shaving in a flower garden with some incense going. Ask me, that's what it feels like. So have a little bit more cream up the top there, shall we? Because I've missed that with the brush. Sometimes just don't go up high enough. I think it must be double entendre day today. And if you're foreign, that means double meaning. Well, haven't I used the cutthroat razor? Good question. Main reason is, to be honest with you, I'm frightened of it. So I've tried it out on the back of my arm. So far, I didn't like it. So if I am going to have a go at actually shaving my face with it, I will do it on YouTube the first time. And if I get it horribly wrong, you'll be able to see it. The only time that I've had any experience with a cutthroat razor was with the shavette that I used once, where the handle was much heavier than the blade and it was out of balance, which was a really unpleasant experience, and I got a nasty razor rash. And I had a cutthroat shave in a barber's once, and again I got a really nasty razor rash. So they obviously didn't know what they were doing. I had great big bumps come up on my neck and on my face. It was not a pleasant experience. So that might have something to do with why I'm not so keen to shave with that razor, but I will have a go, I promise. Maybe next video, maybe the video after that, but I've got so many creams and soaps to try out. And I'm really only still learning with the safety razor, to be honest with you. I don't think I'm an expert by any stretch of the imagination. And by the way, if you call yourself an expert in shaving, there's something wrong with you. No, well, you know, you've got to call yourself an expert in something, so why not shaving or razors or something? Maybe they'll start doing university degrees in shaving. Why not? They do with TV, don't they? I'm finding now that the weather is getting warmer, that my skin is more sensitive when I shave. So that's just one of those things. You have to be a little bit more careful, I suppose. Hopefully you can't hear the bin men coming round. For some reason, it's 11:15 in the morning and they're doing the bins. I mean, what is that all about? Shouldn't they do it before 7? You know, when people are just getting up, what are they doing in the middle of the day? What's wrong with them? Goodness sake. That needs a bit more down here. And also the bin men around here are really untidy. They tend to just chuck the bins anywhere. And there's usually rubbish left behind. I suppose they're trying to meet a timing target. There's obviously no tidiness target, otherwise they wouldn't be doing what they're doing. Okay, let's have a look. That definitely needs a bit of doing around there, doesn't it? That's for sure. Let's do that, shall we? That was the shaving bowl going on the floor. I told you I was no good at juggling. Just pick that up, shall we? There's no script, otherwise it wouldn't be coming out like this. There, funny. Well, I can't actually see what I'm doing around there, so. I'm afraid I've got to that age where I need a magnifying glass if I'm going to read small print on packets. Bit sad, isn't it? That is great. Really, really good. Smells really, really nice. Wow. Really fantastic. Wow. That I am impressed with. Just when you thought that shaving cream couldn't get any better, that's really good. A really nice feel, a really good scent. I really, really enjoy that. L'occitane. The French certainly know what they're doing when it comes to shaving soap, that's for sure. I live in Margate in Kent. We're not far from the ferry. When they sorted out this business with the ferry strike and what have you, I'm going to pop over the day trip to France and raid the supermarket there and see what they've got in the way of shaving creams and shaving soaps and what have you. And I think there are a couple of specialists not far from Calais, which I might go to and visit. But that was fantastic. Really, really good. Really enjoyed that. Oh, really nice. Can you tell I liked it? That's really, really good. So let's have some aftershave, shall we? Chanel Égoïste. Don't know what that is. Is that a chainsaw or a strimmer? I've no idea. They certainly don't know I'm shaving, do they? Otherwise they wouldn't be making such a noise. Goodness sake. Whoa. God, I wonder if Chanel do a moisturiser. Oh, wow, I really love that. Not much of a sting. Really good shave today, I think. No nicks, cuts, tiny little bit of soreness, but that's because my skin is very sensitive at the moment. And a couple of sprays of the Égoïste. Make myself go blind. Okay, so that's the shave for today from the BritShaver shaving channel. That was finishing off with Chanel Égoïste aftershave and EDT, which I love. It is my favourite. We've got the Omega 617 Peachy Silvertip brush, which seems to be improving every time I use it. The Timor razor, of course. from Giesen Forsthoff, and the Rapira blade, which I would say was not terribly smooth but gave me a decent shave. So I hope you enjoyed that, because I certainly did. Join me in another couple of days for another shave from the BritShaver channel. See you soon. Bye for now.